welcome to the news on Niger Delta Television. I am Joyce Batowe. Here are the highlights. Governor Doye Diri calls for continuous consensus amongst members as State People's Democratic Party officials are returned unopposed. Bayelsa State Council of the Nigeria Union of Journalists commences our press week with an awareness roadwork. Plus, fans and colleagues of Fuji music superstar Abbas Akande rejoice as he survives life-threatening surgery. Bayelsa State Governor Senator Doye Diri has called for continuous consensus building in the People's Democratic Party in the state, noting that as a large and united party, mutual agreements will further cement the rancor-free relationship party faithfuls in the state enjoy. Governor Diri made the call during the State Congress that returned the chairman and secretary, as well as other elected party officials unopposed. Government House correspondent George Ameli was there at the Gabriel Okara Cultural Center, venue of the election, and files us in.
The Gabriel Okara Cultural Center was filled to the brim on Saturday with delegates highly organized as they affirmed the return of Mr. Solomon Agwanana and Mr. Gesiye Isowo as chairman and secretary of the People's Democratic Party and other state working committee members.
Excellency, distinguished ladies and gentlemen, I present to you, sir, the brand new State Executive Council member, People's Democratic Party, Bayelsa State Chapter.
Newly elected chairman promised inclusiveness.
We will do all that is necessary to close ranks, to work as one indivisible family in ensuring that we do all that is necessary to strengthen and position this party for future victories.
The near-perfect conduct of the electorate was handsomely appreciated by even the delegates.
PDP does our things in a well-organized manner. You can see the mammoth crowd here. And as a mammoth crowd is, it is well-organized. The process is very peaceful, it's very calm, and you can see that there's no rancor, there's no form of violence in this place.
PDP is one, or cannot be one, cannot win elections, landslide in Bayelsa State.
We are satisfied the way and the manner the electorate have conducted themselves, the delegates, and the way even the officials openly conducted the affairs of this election. So we are happy that we are going to produce a set of ESCOs that can manage the party activities for the next 4 years peacefully.
The chief conductor of the rancor-free exercise noted that the unity of purpose in the Bayelsa PDP family enabled the smooth process of the exercise.
What we have seen today is a result of consultations, meetings, deliberations, people giving compromises, and a show of love to make Bayelsa remain at all. So coming to this exercise today, all 39 state working committee posts were returned unopposed. So it's an indication of the unity of PDP in Bayelsa.
For the Bayelsa State Governor, the indivisibility of the Bayelsa PDP informed the adoption of affirmation, stressing that Bayelsa PDP will continue to remain a united family.
It is interesting when brothers come together and appreciate one another and give and take. If we did not agree on a consensus, you know that this is not the time we would have left this place today. If several people have collected funds to contest all of these positions, we will be here until tomorrow. But because we talked and spoke within ourselves, talked to ourselves, and there was consensus building across all the local government areas and across the party. When somebody has done well, there is a likelihood that you will say, continue.
A total of 39 officials were returned unopposed as members of the State Working Committee of the People's Democratic Party, Bayelsa State. From the Gabriel Okara Cultural Center in Yenagua, George Ameli reporting for NDTV News.
The Bayelsa State Council of the Nigeria Union of Journalists, NUJ, has commenced its week-long 2024 press week with an awareness roadwalk from Peace Park to the NUJ Press Center in Yenagoa, the state capital. The roadwalk, led by the state NUJ chairman Samuel Numunenge and the chairman of the Press Week Organizing Committee, Fiezibe Osain, had in attendance notable journalists in the state who joyously engaged in the exercise. Correspondent Ebimieseya Apa completes the reports.
The week-long celebration of the Nigeria Union of Journalists is an annual event which is usually marked from the 2nd to 8th of September. The Bayelsa State Council of NUJ has also joined other journalists in the nation to celebrate the week in a grand style, which includes lecture, luncheon, and award ceremony, with the theme, the role of the development and sustenance of blue economy in the Niger Delta region. The NUJ chairman, Samuel Numunenge, and other journalists have more to say on the opening of the press week, as they commended those that turned up for the awareness road work.
Well, it's a good one. The press week just started today with this road walk, awareness walk, and I want to first of all commend all those who turned out because it's a Monday, it's a working day. This is just a way of keeping fit. Apart from getting the public to know that our press week has started, it's also an opportunity for journalists to exercise themselves a little, not just walk.
They further elaborated on the various activities coming up in the course of the week, as they also encouraged the public to place entries to partake in the scheduled events.
Then Saturday, I think, is the main day, and there'll be a lecture and luncheon or something. And the focus is the newly created Ministry of Blue Economy. I have been told time and again that our wealth is in the sea. So with that topic being treated by professionals, I think that the government too is going to benefit maximally from that lecture, not just the government, even private individuals that want to go into businesses that thrive in the sea. So I think that's my expectation.
Despite the fact that the essence of the NUJ Press Week is to celebrate journalists, the chairman organizing committee Fiezibe Osain and some of the journalists who turned up for the roadwork frowned at the low turnout recorded on the first day of the week-long event, encouraging their colleagues to participate fully in the ceremony.
Yeah, like we have started, and we will only appeal to them, even though they are our members. We will continue to appeal to them that the subsequent programs, everybody should participate and ensure that the ceremony is a success.
Ebimesaya Abba reporting for NDTV News.
There are indications that the petrol shortage in the country will not end soon, as $6 billion debt to petrol suppliers, lack of liquidity, and other issues have put pressure on the federal government's capacity to sustain the importation of the products. Due to the high foreign exchange rate of 1,500 naira to $1, oil marketers say they have not been able to import the products. The Nigeria Employers Consultative Association, NECA, said the economy continues to struggle due to shifts in the foreign exchange market. Meanwhile, major marketers, their dealers, and depot owners get the product at about 560 naira per litre and sell it to independent marketers for between 670 naira and 680 naira per litre. Reports has it that in many parts of the nation, including the outskirts, the product is sold to retailers at between 700 naira and 900 naira per litre, depending on location. The Dangote Petroleum Refinery is set to commence the sale of premium motor spirit, otherwise known as petrol. This is coming a few days after the 650,000 capacity refinery engaged in test run operations. Industry sources confirmed to newsmen that the product will hit the market soon. The sources, who pleaded anonymity, said that the government and the Dangote Group were working out modalities for the circulation of the product adding that only the Nigerian National Petroleum Company Limited will be authorized to sell the Dangote fuel at the moment. Recall that petrol from the Dangote refinery was supposed to have been out since June, but the refinery battled crude shortage and entered into a brawl with the Nigerian Midstream and Downstream Regulatory Authority, which accused the refinery of producing substandard diesel. The intervention of the federal government that crude oil should be supplied to the Dangote refinery in the local currency seems to be yielding the desired results. The Nigerian Association of Resident Doctors, NARDS, has instructed its members to resume work following a 7-day nationwide morning strike over the abduction of their colleague, Dr. Ganiyat Popola, a registrar in the Department of Ophthalmology, National Eye Center, Kaduna. Dr. Popola was kidnapped on December 27, 2023, along with her husband and nephew. While her husband was released in March, Dr. Popola and her nephew have remained in captivity. The NAD president, Dr. Dele Abdullahi, announced suspension of the strike while speaking with newsmen in Abuja. However, the association stated that it would review the federal government's commitment to resolving its demand in the next 3 weeks. The Nigerian Army 6th Division has disclosed that its troops, in conjunction with other security agents, have destroyed about 115 illegal refinery sites and 66 boats, while 22 suspects were apprehended in Rivers and Bayelsa states. The Army reported that they recovered a total of 27 pipes and 4 pumping machines. They also claimed 5 illegal connections that were used for siphoning crude and deactivating other ancillary items used by the suspects. The Acting Deputy Director, 6th Division Army Public Relations, Lieutenant Colonel Jonah Danjuma, disclosed this in a statement issued to newsmen in Port Harcourt. Danjuma stated that last week troops conducted multiple successful operations, effectively denying criminal elements and economic saboteurs freedom of operation. Fans and colleagues of Fuji music superstar Abbas Akande, popularly known as Obasere, have rejoiced with the musician after he survived a life-threatening surgery. For details of this report and more on entertainment news, let's join Rebecca Oguntunde.
A Nigerian Fuji music superstar, Abbas Akande, popularly known as Obesere, revealed how he hardly survived death after undergoing a life-threatening surgery. In a post on his official Instagram account over the weekend, Obesere shared a photo of himself lying on the hospital bed with an oxygen pipe in his nose. Obesere expressed gratitude to God for coming out of the experience alive. Meanwhile, many Nigerians, including celebrities and colleagues of the artist, have expressed their heartfelt wishes for his full recovery. Taking to the comment section of the post, another Fuji singer, Sulaiman Alao Adekunle, known as KS1 Malaika, wished Obesere a long life and healthy loving, and also many others. The founder and CEO of the Good Media, Toyosi Etim Efyong, has urged women to dress decently to church. She stressed that the church is a holy place. Toyosi shares social media with a conversation about church attire after telling her fellow women to dress modestly when attending services. She took to Instagram to address women, urging them to differentiate how they dress to clubs from how they dress to church, emphasizing the sanctity of the church. However, her post sparked a variety of reactions from social media users and led to some backlash. While some Instagram users agree with her stance, others criticize the post as overly judgmental. Nigerian singer Peter Okoye, also known as Mr. P, a former member of the P-Square duo, shared an interesting update about his relationship with his twin brother, Paul Okoye, also known as Rude Boy. Report says the twin brothers have been at loggerheads following their reconciliation in 2021. Mr. P, who is currently abroad, shared pictures from his visit to Paul's children and his former wife, Anita. The Afrobeat star shared the goofy pictures on his Instagram story and revealed in his story that he was in Atlanta and was having a family time. However, the twins Paul and Peter Okoye seem to have not resolved their issues after they made it public online. I am Rebecca Ogutunde reporting from NDTV Entertainment News.
The Democratic Republic of Congo's government said an attempted prison break took place overnight at the Makala prison in the capital, Kinshasa. In a statement on Monday morning, the government said security forces now have the situation under control and an investigation has commenced. Gunfire rang out around 2 a.m. according to information obtained from one of the prisoners, while another prisoner said he was woken up by the sounds of prisoners outside, with soldiers shooting at everything that moved. The prison's administrative building was on fire, a prison official told reporters. And the city of Kyiv in Ukraine withstood a significant missile attack in the early hours of today as Russia launched its third major assault in a week, which resulted in multiple explosions. The attack began 5:30 a.m. with an air raid, and at least 2 people were reported to have sustained various degrees of injuries. The offensive coincided with ongoing intense battles in eastern Ukraine and followed a Ukrainian drone strike on Russian infrastructure the previous day. Preliminary reports indicated that the assault involved a combination of KH-100 and 1 missiles launched from 295 MS bombers. That report from our foreign scene wraps up our bulletin on NDTV News Tonight. Before we go, a look at our top stories. Bayelsa State Governor Senator Doye Diri has called for continuous consensus building in the People's Democratic Party in the state, noting that as a large and united party, mutual agreement will further cement the rancor-free relationship party faithfuls in the state enjoy. We also brought you a report that the Bayelsa State Council of the Nigerian Union of Journalists, NUJ, has commenced its week-long 2024 press week with an awareness roadwalk from Peace Park to the NUJ Press Center in Yenagoa, the state capital. And finally, fans and colleagues of Fuji music superstar Abbas Akande, popularly known as Obesere, has rejoiced with the musician after he survived a life-threatening surgery. That's it on NDTV News Tonight. Many thanks for staying with us. I am Joyce Batowe.